And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
But you're more in the category like Luther Richter, Arnold, paint.
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God! And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can
first.
you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
it, when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start
do
laughing.
it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Yeah. Woo! I hope you guys are having a wonderful, fantastic Tuesday, y'all. Oh, man, today is Tuesday. It is Tuesday morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. The conversation got boring. I don't even know what I'm saying. Just roll with it. Anyway, hey, man. What a amazing weekend. I know that some of you guys were watching the stream last night. I had to come on because it just did not feel right not being able to see my people, say what's up to my people. As soon as I landed, I was like, well, first I took a nap. Like I crashed like a mug, okay? I passed the F out, but it was everything I needed it to be. But I was so hype about getting back on live last night. I wanted to see you guys and talk to you guys about my trip and everything so much that I had to jump on. You know what I'm saying? You guys keep me motivated. You guys keep me moving, keep me running. You know what I mean? And I definitely had to tell you guys a little bit about my trip. I didn't really get to tell you much about the trip, but it was a really, really fantastic trip. I am so happy to be here, though. You know, as you guys already know, I don't like flying. And the flight back in was really, really cool until the end. Yeah. Oh, it was good until the very, very end, Jack. Let me tell you, it was terrible. The flight for 3 hours was nice and calm and normal and all that ish. Then all of a sudden, because it always got to be this way, y'all. It's always got to be this way. You're sitting there, you're chilling, you're watching something on your Netflixing and you're chilling, you're going, okay, the turbulence isn't so bad. Like there was barely any turbulence, like barely anything. Maybe a bump or two, but it wasn't anything where you just grab onto, you know, your arm rests, like oh my God, I'm gonna die. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he goes, boom. All of a sudden, it's the captain speaking. It's the captain speaking. It looks like on our way down. There might be a little bit of bumpiness on the way. So please, and especially you know for a fact it's going to be more than just bumpy when the captain says, flight attendants, please take your seats. It's going to be a little bumpy on the way down. Bruh, I'm telling you, this plane was doing sideways, like doing this kind of thing. It was all over the place. All right? I'm sitting there gripping everything I can. I'm sweating profusely. I'm going to die. I'm literally going to say, hey, I am really, really, oh, dang. I fixed it, guys. All right. The mic is funny. I knew that was going to happen again. Damn. Anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm sitting there going, oh, man, you know, I'm sitting there flying, like the plane's flying this way, that way. You know what I'm saying? It's doing this. It's doing dips and everything. People are going, whoa! Like everyone's kind of like, you know, making noise in the plane. Now here it is. The reason why the descent, because we were just going down, and usually, you know how when you go on your descent, you're about to land. It's always bumpy, right, Jack? Mm. I mean, it's always bumpy, bro. Something. Just a little. I mean, it's a little something. You know what I'm saying? A little something. But it's never like this. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, it was just so bad. And usually, like, my girl loves flying. She will sleep on the plane. It could be the bumpiest ride in the world, and she is asleep. She's out cold. I look over to her, and she's gripping the seat in front of her. And she has this look on her face like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'm about to tell you all the bad things I've done in my life. I'm about to confess everything so I could die clean. It was bad. It was really, really bad. But we did land. Obviously, I'm here. I'm still alive. You know what I mean? Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But that's the only thing that I hate about flying. You want to know why the weather was so bad? It's because of that damn hurricane. It's the hurricane. The hurricane came through, Hurricane Laura, Isabel, Lala, whatever the hurricane's name is. It's passing through St. Louis. It's starting to do its curve. So all the aftermath, the wake of the wave that was down in the southern states and everything is now up in the Midwest. So we flew right into that mug, and I'm telling you, that was terrible. But other than that, the trip was absolutely phenomenal. I got to meet some really great people. I got to host an amazing event. People got to check out some really dope fashion, and it was everything I didn't expect the weekend to be as dope as it was, but it really, really was. You know what I'm saying? How was yours, my brother?
Not as eventful as yours. We've just been painting the house. So we started painting our front room and just doing that process because we're getting a new couch this week. So it's it's different levels of fun. You're doing big things out in LA and almost pulling off a Tom Hanks landing in the river. It sounds like, and it
was bad. Only thing that sucks is that there is no Hudson River. You know what I mean? To land in.
Yeah.
It's just
you got
land.
That muddy Mississippi.
Yep. It was like I said, I'm happy to be on this ground right now. And I'm telling you, these pilots are some of the best in the world. And literally that's what I keep saying in my head. Like, these guys are some of the best in the world. The plane would have to be some freak of nature for the plane to just drop out from the sky. You know what I'm saying? It would have to be an absolute terrible accident for something like that to happen. The wings can literally bend almost 45 degrees. You know what I'm saying? That's how strong and how flexible those wings are. So there's no possible way of this thing just dropping out from the sky. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally, like I said, I just kept saying, hey, that's what I was telling myself in the head. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, there's a lot to talk about today. As I can already see, you guys are commenting in the chat section down below. We are going to get into all that stuff that you guys are talking about. But like I said, man, I just can't. I hate flying. It's especially when it's those kind of flights, and lately it always seems to be these crazy bumpy side, almost like they're about to do flips. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm just happy to be on this ground still,
Good. I'm very glad. It sounds like you almost were Googling things about planes while it was going through the turbulence. No. See, honey, look. It can bend 45-degree angle. We're good. We're good.
You want to know something really funny? You want to know something funny? Because like I was sitting there going, I was sitting there. I'm a while back. I'm flying out to Phoenix a few months ago, and some of you guys weren't even a part of the show as of yet. But I was flying out to Phoenix, and I really do hate flying because I've had flights like that. I've had really, really bumpy flights like that. And so anyway, I'm sitting on this particular flight from St. Louis to Chicago. I'm sitting on a plane. I'm sitting in a row right next to a pilot. Literally, he's in his airline uniform and all that. And so I just turned to him and I was like, you know what? Instead of always fearing for my life every single time I get on this thing, I need to rap with him. Let me pick his brain really quick. Let me see what's going on. Maybe he can cool maybe he can calm the crazy anxious brain that I have. You know what I mean? The overly active and heavily imaginative, overly imaginative mind that I got. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there going, hey, bruh, so what's the story with these planes and blah, blah, blah. And he just started spitting out facts. And as soon as he told me that, I was like, okay, flying isn't as bad as it used to be. But still, when you get into the turbulence and the plane is doing fine and then all of a sudden it does, whoo, like that. And then it does this. Doesn't matter who you are. Bruh, I'm good.
Really tosses your cookies.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it tosses the cookies a lot. And I give, you know what, here it is. And I give all these flight attendants mad respect because whilst this is going on, you hear the flight attendant going, please be sure to put up your tray tables, make sure that your items are underneath your chair calmly. This wasn't this girl wasn't going, we all gonna die. You know what I mean? She wasn't doing any of that. You don't hear any like flutter in her voice, you know what I mean? Whereas, yeah, guys, just putting the things under your chair and nothing. I would have sounded like that. You know what I mean? I love you guys. You guys want to read the Bible together real quick and do a quick little prayer? It's you know, nothing. She was just like calmly saying this stuff like this was nothing.
It's all the Xanax they take.
Bruh. Bruh. They got some good, the Xannies. They got some good Xannies up in this piece, man. Shoot, they got like industrial strength Xannies. I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm happy to be here, though. Just to be completely straight funky, I hate flying, if you don't know this already, after that little story. Did I tell you I don't like flying? Yeah. Just making sure. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Super said, good morning, Mr. Super. He said she had a parachute ready. Oh, she's jump out like Tom Cruise is like, hey, you know what I mean? Oh, God, I'm done. Anyway, good morning to everybody. I see everybody starting to funnel in, all that. It's great to see all y'all faces, all your names and stuff, because obviously I can't see your face. So it's really great to see your names, your energies in the chat. You know, keep the conversation rolling. Keep it moving, y'all. Of course, if you're here, don't forget to hit that like button down below. We're going to jump into the news. We're going to jump into these stories right quick. Now, here's the thing. This is some really terrible news, y'all. Man, this is, okay. On last night's show, I said, y'all, is it just me or I left for 4 days? Y'all couldn't keep this world in peace for 4 days while I'm gone? I blame it on all y'all. This is all y'all faults. This is not mine. I was gone for 4 days. You couldn't hold it down for Pascal? You know what I'm saying? Damn. There is so much that's going on. Like, there's so much craziness that's going on right now. Of course, I love all you guys for sending me the tweets, emails, tweets and emails. I really appreciate that. Seriously. And messages on Facebook. I forgot about that, too, because I was getting some love on Facebook and all that. And I'm telling you, bruh, I thought y'all had my back, man. You're supposed to hold it down, you know, holding it down for your man. You know what I'm saying? The world is definitely going down in the barrel of burning cat piss, as I always say. I should turn that into a t-shirt or something like that. Literally, it's just a cat peeing in a bucket or a barrel. I don't know. Something. And it's on fire. Seriously, something like that. We need something.
Got an arrow
like
pointing down.
Yeah, right. It's going down, barrel, cat peeing, flames. You know what I'm saying? Just a thought.
Get to it, internet. See what you guys could come up with.
Yeah, be creative. You know what I mean? Challenge. Hopefully somebody says, you know what? Challenge accepted. Okay.
I already got one of those.
What are you talking about? Been there, done that. Anyway, there's so much that's going on. We got to talk about all this. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at other people's comments here. There's so much that's going on that I was like, damn, we need to do some catch up. We need to do a little bit of catching up and all that. So we're going to do as much as we can throughout this show and throughout many shows, because obviously we're not going to be able to crush everything in a 2-hour show or in a morning show and all that. So we will be talking about all these things that are going on. But of course, one of the biggest news that happened last night, which is just really, really interesting. Protesters are gathering around as I don't even know what to tell you guys. Another man has been shot in LA by police. So the LA Sheriff Department says that deputies kill a black man who dropped a handgun. Now, dropped a gun. Sorry, let me just say that. So 2 deputies fatally shot a black man who scuffled with them after they tried to stop him for riding a bike in an unlawful manner.
What?
Yes, hold on. I'm going to continue. And then we do have a little bit of a news video from media, because I want you guys to hear it in multiple angles as much as we can, because let me continue before I say anything else. So a crowd gathered, and of course the people are marching on behalf of this man who was shot. So let's get into the story real quick, shall we? So when deputies tried to stop the man, he dropped his bike and ran. With the deputies in pursuit, the deputies again tried to make contact with the man, and then he punched a deputy in the face. The man dropped a bundle of clothes he had been carrying, and they spotted a black handgun in the bundle, at which point both deputies opened fire. So now the man was pronounced dead on the scene, and the handgun was recovered, and no deputies were injured. So family members at the scene identified the dead man as Dijon Kizee, and he is 29 years old, 29-year-old black man. And so there was a bystander or a person that lived in the neighborhood, and he said he questioned why the deputies fired at a man who, according to the police, to the sheriff's official statement, wasn't holding a weapon. And I quote, this is what Arlander Givens, the neighbor, said, if he reached down to grab it, that's different. But if it's on the ground, why shoot? That means he was unarmed. So, of course, right now, the gentleman that died had a bundle of clothing. In the bundle of clothing, there was a handgun. I don't know how I have many questions about this line, which drives me nuts, which is they were trying to stop him for riding a bicycle in an unlawful manner. The hell does that mean? Someone translate that to me in another language, because obviously English, it don't make sense to me. So somebody needs to break that down for me. We do have
on the sidewalk.
Maybe he was riding on the sidewalk. I don't know. We do have a little clip from a news junket out in Los Angeles, and I wanted to show you guys that video as well. So let's take a look at this real quick.
This breaking news, a shooting investigation involving the LA County Sheriff's Department underway right now in South LA.
We have been told a black man was shot and killed by deputies, and the crowd there is growing tonight after a post on the Black Lives Matter LA Twitter account. Kicking on Leslie Marin is live in South LA right now with the very latest. Leslie.
Yeah, we are in front of the Sheriff's Department station here in South LA, and they just gave us an update on what they know happened in this shooting. I will tell you, they are worried about crowd control tonight. In fact, they have placed yellow tape at the front entrance of the station here tonight. But I do want to get to Sky 9, who is live over the scene right near 109th and Budlong here in South LA. You can see there's a crowd of about 75 to 100 demonstrators out here. A large amount of sheriff's deputies are staged in the area. As sheriffs say, they are still conducting their investigation. Let's get to video from earlier. And here is what sheriff's investigators say they know and what they believe may have happened. They say around 3:15 this afternoon, deputies encountered a man riding a bike. They say that man was in violation of a vehicle code, and that is when the deputies approached him. They say the man ended up running from deputies about a block and a half away. Once deputies caught up with that man, he allegedly punched a deputy, dropping a bag of clothes. That's when investigators say the deputies noticed a gun in the bag that man was holding. Here's what the lieutenant had to say happened next.
Our suspect was holding some items of clothing in his hands, punched one of the officers in the face, and then dropped the items in his hands. The deputies noticed that inside the clothing items that he dropped was a black semi-automatic handgun, at which time a deputy-involved shooting occurred. We do know that the suspect was struck several times. However, we are unaware of exactly where, as we have not been able to move the body yet as we were waiting for the coroner's office. I would just like to say we're out here obviously doing a thorough investigation. Give us time to conduct our investigation. We will get all the facts of the case out and eventually present them.
Okay, well, this is cell phone video that you are looking at of the aftermath of this shooting. Now, you can see witnesses in that area watching as deputies render aid to that suspect. Deputies did tell us that a semi-automatic handgun was recovered at the scene. Right now, investigators only described this suspect as a black man, possibly in his 30s. Back out here live, investigators also confirmed that both deputies did fire their weapons, but they could not say how many times. They say they're still conducting interviews on the scene. They're also asking if anyone has any video, cell phone video of what happened in that area when this shooting occurred. Please reach out to the sheriff's department.
You know, okay. They don't even know how many times that they shot this man. They don't even know how many times. Okay. So a man is on his bike. He's riding the bike in an unlawful manner, right? Let's just, I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating what was said, all right? He's riding his bike in an unlawful manner. And then all of a sudden, he gets pulled over whilst bicycling. He takes off because he's, of course, probably wanted for something, or maybe, I'm just assuming. Why would you run unless you're either scared or you have a warrant out for your arrest, something, pre-existing warrant or some sort. There's some sort of tussle. He punches one of the guys, one of the deputies in the face. He drops his bag, his bundle of clothing. There's a handgun in the bag or in the bundle of clothing that, from my understanding, has not been touched. And obviously, this is all just from what we got in the news thus far. And then he gets shot. He gets shot a couple times. Let's just say a couple times by both deputies. An unarmed man, mind you. He might have had a weapon in his bundle of clothing, but he didn't have it in his possession. He did not have it in his hand. He was not holding it. He was not brandishing a gun. What makes two cops want to shoot a man several times? That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. Jack, what are your thoughts on this? Because I'm trying to wrap my mind around this. This doesn't make any sense to me.
I was looking up, like, in California, what is an unlawful way of riding a bike. Now, there's things about, in California, you're allowed to ride a bike on the highway, but you have to do it so on the shoulder. You can't be, like, in traffic. But he doesn't look like he was on the highway. He was in, like, a neighborhood.
Bruh, he was in a neighborhood, yeah. He was on a sidewalk. He was probably just minding his own business.
Other things that you can't do is be drunk or on drugs while riding a bike because you're operating a vehicle. So then you're underneath, the influence. So that would basically be like a DUI or DWI. But if he was riding the bike down the wrong side of the road into traffic, He could have been doing that, or maybe he was doing like stunts on the bike in the middle. But if he's got a whole bag of clothes, I can't imagine he was doing anything like, too excessive, right?
Yeah.
So I imagine he was riding his bike down the wrong way, maybe down the one-way street the wrong way, or I'm not quite sure. What exactly the unlawful thing is. I would like to hear what their reasoning is, or
So
see.
would I.
I want to see some video come out, some ring cams or something like that from the doorbell cameras, and watch the interaction go down.
If there are ring cameras out there. That's the other thing. Here's the other question. Where is the body cam footage? Done. Do they wear body cam footage in South Los Angeles? I would assume that they do. So where is the body cam footage? Where'd that be? Doesn't make any sense. Because here's the thing. If there is that kind of footage out there, that should explain a lot of things. And hopefully it'll stop. Hopefully the answers will point at that Dijon was maybe doing something that was illegal, or maybe he was very aggressive. Maybe he was coming at them in a bad way. God knows what happened, because we don't have the body cam footage, or we don't have no footage. So now we're going to have protesters out there that are going to get angry. We already at this place right now where even the littlest act of violence, regardless if it's 100% true or not, triggers so many riots and protests and violence out in the streets that I'm worried about LA. Man, I just left LA. And this happens. Now I'm worried about like LA going up in flames now and protests happening there. I mean, it's inevitable now, it seems like. It seems as if it's almost inevitable that this is what's going to happen. That as soon as somebody gets hurt, somebody gets shot, somebody gets killed, whatever it is, that there's an uproar. And I understand that. But let's get the facts first. But we don't know the facts in this situation. They could be saying anything they want right now. Oh, he was riding his bike in an unlawful manner. What the hell does that mean, bruh? What does that mean?
Well, we assumed it was a stolen bike. So.
Yeah. What does that mean? Pray tell. ¿Por qué? Why? Why would you go, oh, that man, looks like that man is riding his bike in a weird way. Oh, he's popping too many wheelies. We need to pull him over. Like what's unlawful on riding a bicycle? Unless he was drunk. You know what I mean? Unless he was intoxicated or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Where is that? Where is that?
I mean, they got a big old list of, things that can't be done on a bike. Out of California, so.
What can't be done on a bike?
Well, it says that no person operating a bicycle should carry any package, bundle, or article which prevents the operator from keeping at least one hand upon the handlebars. Maybe he was trying to ride with no hands. That deserves death.
Interesting. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Oh, obviously. Oh, I see him holding a bundle in his hand under one arm and steering his bike as he's riding his bike, steering with the other hand. That's unlawful. We got to pull him up. Don't you have better things to do than pull over a man who's riding a bike with a bundle of clothes under his arm? Just saying.
Yeah, it's messed up.
It doesn't.
But so make sense. Now, so they stopped each other, right? I'm assuming he's off the bike when he punches them. Not that like they came up to him, he's staying on his bike, and then punch him, and then he falls over, and the bag of clothes is next to him, and then they see that he's like in an arm's length away, and then shoot him. Like I understand the threat that the cop that got punched, took, but again, they have tasers. This is one guy against two cops.
Right.
That is on a bike.
And they both fired. They both shot him multiple times. Multiple times from both cops. Do you see that this is a narrative that we don't need to see on the regular? This is a narrative that we don't need to have right now at all. No man should be shot. No man riding a bicycle, y'all. This is what's so nuts. This is a man riding a bicycle, and now he's dead. You know, in your head, you know, at least in my mind, in my mind, I'm not automatically going, oh yeah. You know, I don't automatically look at a bicycle and think death. You know what I'm saying? I don't automatically think, oh, I'm going to ride a bicycle and I'm going to get in some serious trouble riding this bike. Just as a person, forget race, just as a human being, in my mind, I'm not thinking, oh, I'm going to get on this bike and suddenly, all hell's going to break loose. I'm going to die if I ride this bicycle. Even so, it's like there's stories about black men that have been killed just having a jog in their neighborhood. It's like you're going to die for bicycling while black? I've heard of DWBs, but I ain't never heard of BWBs. Bicycling while black. This is a new one for me. This is a new one. Now, okay. Shaniqua just said something that's very, very true. She said, remember, he punched the police. That is true. There was a tussle. There was something that was going on. I get that. So I'm not going to sit there and automatically say that he's completely innocent. Shoot, he still had a weapon in the bundle of clothes that he had. But still, you punch the dude, you punch a guy in the face doesn't automatically mean you should get shot several times by both cops.
Right.
By both? Damn, bruh. That's a firing squad. That's ridiculous. Doesn't matter what you did in the beginning. He was riding a bicycle. He was riding a bicycle, y'all. Now, like I said, I would love to see the footage if there is any footage out there, because obviously the truth will be out there. The truth is out there if there is footage to be seen. Because if he really was trying to, grab the gun, if he was trying to grab their guns, then I can understand them, shooting him. But both of them shooting him? It's kind of the same thing of the Jacob Blake situation, Yeah. There's a lot of wrongs on both sides. I get that. But multiple shots in the back? It's excessive. I feel the same way about this one here. I get it. He punched him. I get it. It's excessive. I get it that he was aggressive. He punched one of the guys in the face. But does that mean he needs to get shot? By both of them? Bruh, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I wonder what the altercation was that, what they start saying to each other that caused him to want to punch a cop in the face.
Yeah.
Because either you're on something, right, or you got really offended. Where do you even get that bike from? Is that your stuff? Are they just going out and harassing him?
Yeah.
Or was it a actual something that they spotted him and actually knew who he was, and and he had a warrant or something like you were mentioning, and it's I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Now here's the thing though. Michelle Smale said something that I agree. She said you aren't licensed to ride a bike, so being uninformed about all the rules would probably be a common occurrence. I feel like people have to be lawyers just to function around cops, and that's absolutely right. I completely agree with you on that. Anybody can ride a bike. If you learn how to ride a bike, you can ride a bike. I didn't even know that is what Jack just listed off is an unlawful offense whilst operating a bicycle. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? I can understand, like, you know, you're cycling hard or something like that, and you're swerving in and out of traffic, and you're causing a lot of stuff, a lot of problems on the road. I get that. But if you're on a sidewalk, let's just say, or on the side of the street, riding your bicycle with a bundle of stuff under your arm, maybe transferring it to a new crib, or transferring it over to somebody else's place, God knows what, throwing it all away, I don't know. And then you get pulled over by the cops for riding your bike unlawfully, I'd be like, what the hell's this? That don't make no sense. He shouldn't have been killed. That's it.
Oh, I know what it was.
Oh, what would
riding
that be?
a bike while black.
Yeah, there we go. BWB. It's a new one, y'all. It's a new one. It's a new one. I'm serious. One day, there will be a man or woman who will be getting in trouble for swimming while black. Let's get ready for it. Let's just put that in our minds already. Black man swimming in, or black person is swimming in a lake, and all of a sudden, whoop whoop, what's going on? What's wrong? You know, you're swimming unlawfully. In this lake, you have to do freestyle, not the breaststroke. Sorry, sir or ma'am. Come on over here. We need to investigate you, pat you down, make sure you don't have any weapons on you. I'm wearing a bathing suit. Still, you got to come over here.
What's that in your Speedo?
Yeah, you're swimming while black, sir. You're swimming while black. I didn't know you people know how to swim. That's weird. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Ridiculous, y'all. Oh my God, we got some interesting stuff going on. Like, and so that's one of the stories. I mean, obviously I wanted to rap about that because that one's something right now. LA is starting to percolate right now. A lot of protesters are starting to gather in protest over this situation. But this is another city that is on fire. This is another city that not on fire, but it's brimming. And there's a good possibility that it will be sets on fires up in this piece, y'all. On fire. All I can say is,
to do that though, because like the rest of California is already on fire. So
yeah, no kidding.
We don't need any more fires going on there. They don't have any more like firemen. So
yeah, we don't. Yeah, we good. California's already dealing with enough, but now it's even getting worse. So that's something very, very interesting. I'm going to throw this over to you, Jack. But there is and this is something that we missed while I was gone, while I was away. But we definitely need to talk about this Portland shooting. This shooting that happened in Portland in regards to a shooter. The shooter now proclaims that he is 100% Antifa. He shot a Trump supporter. And I find this very, very interesting. This is some wild stuff. And Jack, come on, man. Let's speak on it, bro.
Yeah, let me see here. Pulling up still a couple different things.
Do your thing.
Yeah, so the police are investigating Antifa supporter Michael Reinhold. Mm-hmm. And it was on Saturday. There was a killing of a right-wing protester in Portland. So, obviously there's still a ton of stuff going on in Portland that's never really stopped. But he was a former professional snowboarder, and he's a person of interest in killing of a pro-Trump protester. So let's see where, and there's a video of it.
Yeah.
Do you have that video already pulled up?
Not yet, but I can pull it up right now while you tell us the rest.
Yeah.
And the video. Sorry, real quick. The video is very, very quick. I mean, it's small, it's quick. You can barely see anything, and that's why I was like, I'm debating if I should put it out and like for us to see or not. I will pull it up though while you're telling us this story.
Yeah, so I guess it's the sister of Michael that I kind of called in, but she was getting phone calls from pro-Trump supporters threatening her after this happened, and like that's like the way that she kind of found out about stuff, because like, they connected all the family, and like they started getting phone calls as well. Mm-hmm. So Yeah, it's let's see here. Hold on 1 second.
Sure.
Keep on getting all these pop-ups that keep on showing up
Gotta
on
love
these
that.
sites.
They got to make the money somehow.
Yeah. Let's see. What was the guys? Police have released little information. Chief Chuck Lavelle said Sunday that investigators are still gathering evidence, including surveillance video from area businesses. They released a plea for any information related to the killing, including videos, photos, or eyewitness reports. And it said that Trump and other speakers at last week's Republican National Convention evoked a violent, dystopian future Democratic presidential hopeful Joe Biden if he wins, and pointed to Portland as a cautionary tale of what would be in store for Americans. So there's all these events going on that kind of, they're going back and forth with politics, and obviously Antifa is a, anti-fascist group that's its own little militia / protest in itself, but you never know who really is part of them unless people tell you.
Facts.
And so the fact that he's attributed himself to that group is only going to fire up a lot of people that are not for Antifa and all the political things surrounding it. But there's, already seen 100 consecutive nights of protests that have been going on in Portland. There's been vandalism to the federal and city properties, the police precincts, the county jail, the federal courthouse, the city hall. There's been 100 federal agents that have been sent into Portland over the protest. So, I mean, there's been thousands of people clashing with federal agents for the past, 2 weeks over each night. So eventually there was going to be, if there's these two groups that keep on showing up. I mean, there was a pro-Trump supporter that ran over, drove through a crowd again. There's, so it's on both sides that, it no longer is, trying to change the politics scene. This is two groups that are just going to keep on clashing as it goes on. And, I'm not surprised to hear that there's a death involved with these protests. And, we just saw it again in the other one where basically a pro-Trump supporter in Kenosha is shooting at other protesters. And so, it's on both sides. But there's just a lot of violence. And
yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad. And the fact that it is, 100+ days now, you just said 100+ days of this chaos. So I'm going to show you guys this video. I'm sure you guys have already seen this, I'm sure. But obviously viewer discretion is advised. Just trigger warning, guys. It's graphic. It's not great. Welcome to 2020, y'all. So let's check this out. I'm going to play it one more time here in a second.
Do you have anything for eyes stuff?
Here we go. See, now, here's my problem. Here's my problem with that whole video. I can't make out what the hell is going on. I just can't make out what's going on. That's the angle that I have. I have not seen any other angles because I don't think anybody else is filming. What were you say, Jack?
That's the only one I've seen too.
Right. So I have no idea. I can't make out what the hell is going on, and it's driving me nuts. Personally, it's driving me nuts. It is terrible. No matter what, no matter if he's a Trump supporter, Antifa, whatever, that kind of violence shouldn't be happening at all. Now, I understand that there was a breakdown over the actual words that were being said. And if I'm correct, somebody, I don't know if it was said by him, by the shooter, or if by somebody else, but somebody else or the shooter said, oh, we got a Trumper right here. And then all of a sudden, bang, bang. That's how I've seen like some of the breakdowns of somebody actually took the time to piece together the words that were being said before that man got shot. But of course, this is now what's happening in Portland, Oregon. You know, you see a man a few weeks ago, man, can you believe that was maybe about 2 weeks ago, where the man was kicked straight in the face because he was just trying to protect his transgender friend? And then all of a sudden, these BLM, or as they were calling him, BLM security, kicks dude straight in the face, just straight in the face. You know, like sucker kicks him in the face while he's on the ground, knocking him clean out. This is like the start of it all. And then this snowball effect has been happening, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the funny thing is that this snowball is going faster and faster down the hill, down this mountain, causing an avalanche of all this other stuff that's going on at the same damn time. We are right now in this world. We are right now in this place where all this stuff, all this unnecessary violence is happening. And this is getting ridiculous, y'all. It's ridiculous. Now, MB, he says this vid shows better view. Can you please send me the video, MB? The email is info@thepascalshow.com. Please send it to me. I would really I really appreciate it as well. It's insane what's going on. And, you know, and thank you, Malia, for saying great analogy. It is. It's a snowball. It's literally a gigantic snowball that's going down. Like it was that act of violence. I'm sure there was something else that I'm missing here before the BLM security, but then BLM security happened, right? Then the Kenosha thing happened. You see what I'm saying? There's a little bit, but these are like bigger scenes of violence that we're now seeing throughout social media and some on the media. Then you had the Kenosha thing that happened with Rittenhouse, with Kyle Rittenhouse, with his 17-year-old AR-15 toting good old boy that wanted to find some action. He wanted to get him some. So then we see that. Then immediately after that, we bounce all the way back to Portland, Oregon, where Antifa feels motivated to shoot just anybody. Doesn't matter what it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if he was a father or a brother of anybody's. He was just a Trump supporter. Bang, bang. That's it. That's it. That's all that matters. Where's the peace, y'all? Where's the peace? Where's the peace? And then now, this is the thing, though. Let me say this, though, real quick, Jack. I'm sorry. I don't know if he, MB, let me know if you sent it to me. He just sent it to me. That was the alert. You heard that? So I'm going to check. We're going to check it out. I promise you. We're going to check it out. But here it is, though. But this is what Antifa wants, though, if you really think about it. They want anarchy. They want chaos. They want a civil war. This is what they're trying to go and have happen, man. That's ridiculous. As much as we're all sitting here going, oh boy, civil war is about to happen. Look at this. They're sitting there going, oh, okay. So if homeboy, little cowboy out there, militia, whatever the hell you want to call him, Kyle Rittenhouse, 17-year-old boy that goes out, shoots a bunch of people, killing some of them. He's not on our side. That's what the Antifa thinks. So they go, well, let's fight fire with fire. This was exactly what I was scared of. This is what I've been saying for a while now. Kyle started doing this thing. Kyle Rittenhouse started doing his thing. Now it is now part of the norm. That guy, Marquise or Keith Love out in Portland that kicked the dude in the face, could have killed the guy, made it okay as well. Made it part of the norm. Part of the norm is violence now. This kind of violence. Not the burning, not the arson, not the vandalism. Now we're putting bodily harm on people. Bricks to people's faces, y'all. Full on bricks to people's faces. And this is okay. This is the new norm. I'm telling y'all. If y'all are trying, like, and I'm saying this to, I'm not saying to you guys. I love you guys. But if y'all are trying to get this civil war happening, oh, it's about to go down. Oh, it's about to go down. Because here it is. As Shaniqua just said, it's true too. Police killing is normal, is the normal too. That needs to be solved as well. A dude can't ride a bike without worrying about if he's going to die or not. That's a problem. But what's one of the things that's really driving me nuts, and we'll go into this whole thing, and I'll go to Jack here in a second. But one of the things that really drives me nuts is I've also been seeing a lot of videos of white men that either have been arguing with cops that's caught on tape, arguing with cops that are getting in and out of their car, gesticulating violently, pointing at them, saying all this crazy stuff, not shot. Cop has gun drawn, but not shot and killed. He's still alive. He's alive to fight another day. Or guy will be in a grocery store or something like that, wrestling with the cop. That man's still alive to this day too. It's insane. It's insane. And, you know, and we will be talking about here a little bit later. Trump had an interview with Laura Ingraham on Fox News. It was there's a clip. I do have this clip where he talks about the series of events that have happened with cops as of late. It's very interesting. And also it's very interesting what analogy he uses while he's talking about this whole thing with cops and the brutality and the killings that have been happening as of late. We will be talking about that here in a second. But Jack, what were you going to say, my brother?
So it was saying that the victim's name is Aaron J. Danielson. He was shot in the chest during violent skirmishes between members of the right-wing group called Patriot Prayer and counter demonstrators that included Antifa. And so not exactly sure what what Patriot Prayer does. But that is so I don't think that it was just one of those things where he like walked up to him in the middle of the street. I feel like there was things going on prior, right?
Yes.
And this wasn't just a random he's wearing a MAGA hat, I want to go shoot him.
Literally somebody screams out loud, literally, and says,
"There's a Trumper.
There's a Trumper right here," and then all of a sudden, bang, bang.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? So it's crazy, but here it is. We're going to check out this video. Thank you to MB. Shout out to MB for sending me the link. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me turn this down really quick, Jack, so it's not too loud. Hold on. I want to make sure that this thing comes on. Hold up. All right, here we go. Of course, and before I say this, and before we watch this, viewer discretion is advised, of course. This may be disturbing, as it says right here in the video. Let's check this out. Hopefully this is going to be a different angle here shortly. Oh, man.
Portland witnessed another homicide, this time in downtown Portland.
He was a freedom-loving American who died expressing his beliefs, a right which is guaranteed to all of us through the Constitution.
Man, it's a damn shame, because here's the thing. We don't need this. It's enough. It's enough, man. It's enough already with all this violence. It's enough already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Personally, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. To be completely straight funky with y'all. This kind of violence needs to stop. And the thing is that people are out here on both sides of the spectrum, that actually span the entire spectrum, that are out there either protesting for or against anything that's going on. That does not mean that that person deserves to be shot and killed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That was an unarmed man. That was full on an unarmed man that was just there. Seemed like he was just walking across the street. That's insane, y'all. That's absolutely insane. Now, what's another thing that I saw, I don't have the video for it, but there was some Black Lives Matter protesters that were out talking about speaking to one of the leaders was speaking on this whole thing, this whole event. And they had something to say that was absolutely mind-boggling, which was basically saying, oh, we don't need, they basically said, I'm not going to cry for any person that dies because they're against Black Lives Matter. Verbatim. What does that accomplish, ladies and gentlemen? What does that accomplish? Just curious, y'all. What the hell does that accomplish? Does that accomplish anything good? We are all brothers and sisters under the same sun. We all might be different colors, but we all have the same bleeding heart. We all still have the same blood that pumps through our veins. There is no reason for any person to die, whether they're for or against. There's no reason for this kind of death, this kind of violence. We all should know that. But the thing is what that is so frustrating is that there are people that are speaking on behalf of the Black Lives Matter movement, and they're saying things that they shouldn't be saying. That's what I truly believe. They're talking out their asses because they feel like they got a microphone, they got a soapbox in which they can stand upon. So they'll say whatever radical stuff, I was about to curse, they can say any radical stuff that they want to say because they think it's okay. And that's not it, guys. We should all know better than this. Shoot. Any God-fearing or good human being knows thou shalt not kill, right? That no matter what, death is still a terrible thing. It should not be something like, well, for a man who's just a Trump supporter or he might be right-wing, it doesn't matter. He could be out there protesting. He has his rights too. He has his right to protest. Just because he says a few words does not mean he needs to be shot and killed in cold blood, unarmed, by the way, in the middle of the street. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, guys. Anyway, we got to go into it. What were we going to say, Jack? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you see that like afterwards, Trump had kind of there was like a line of trucks and things that went in on Sunday into Portland, like Trump supporting trucks, and they did like the 3x3 like trucks that were driving down the highway in Portland and like backing up cars for miles, and Trump praised them for making basically a parade of Trump supporting cars and trucks. And that was going in there, you know, to go. People were saying they were going back for revenge for this guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a scary time. That's
yes.
the easiest way to put it. It's a scary time.
It's very interesting because MB just said 600 cars, trucks, caravan. Wow. 600 cars, trucks, caravan. That's insane. The thing is it's interesting when, I don't think that there's any point in doing that too. Here it is. I don't like when Black Lives Matter do it, when they stop a whole highway to protest in the middle of the highway. We've seen the acts that have happened where people have been literally ran down, the acts of violence that have happened just because they were blocking off a highway. So to me, I'm going to say the same thing for a Trump parade. It doesn't matter. Like I said, there's no reason for you to be out there in the middle of the highway protesting. Now, I get why they're doing it, though, because they're sitting there going, hey, if the BLM can do it, then we can do it, too. And I get it. I get that. Still doesn't serve any purpose. Still just aggravates people. Still possibly gets people killed. If they keep that stunt up for a while, somebody's going to get killed. Somebody's going to get ran over. Somebody's going to get shot. Now we're at that place where somebody's going to get shot. You know, somebody's going to get murdered. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Anyway, we got to jump into a quick commercial break. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. And if, of course, this is your first time checking out the Pascal Show, hit that subscribe button. That would really, really mean a lot. We got to go into this quick commercial break, but we'll be back. We're going to be talking about more of this and then some. We got so much to catch up on, guys. Woo! I'll see you guys in a minute. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Hey, take off Ms. Feinberg, I'd really appreciate it if you would close your legs.
Do you find it distracting?
Power, respect. The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their circles. Their lives are unique. All of us under surveillance. People so feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
But you see how he makes these S's in his body right here? That's where he's hanging on, and then he's moving forward with the locomotion of his ribs. That is classic Missouri rat snake right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab him before he gets into a hole. Now, these snakes are not biters. They won't bite as long as you don't squeeze them. If you just stop them like this, it'll freeze them, and then you just gently pull them back. As long as you don't squeeze them, they won't bite.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
Guy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so Sugar Fire.
Yeah.
Fully open, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much open. So you can't sit inside yet. Monday you can sit inside a little bit. We'll have 25% of the tables inside, and then we're letting it rip outside.
So I know that there's a lot of people really concerned about staying safe and all that.
No,
so what are you guys doing in regards to that?
Well, we have extra people to clean and rub everything down all the time. Everybody inside's wearing masks. And we have little stickers on the ground so everyone can stay 6 feet apart.
Right on.
The tables are all spaced out, inside and outside.
Sugar Fire, open in full effect right now. They're staying healthy, they're staying clean. Go get you a rack of ribs. Sugar Fire, open right now.
Thanks.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
You
Pascal perform
I'm sorry,
tonight.
I can't make this interview boring because this
No, it's
man
not
is
boring.
too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is gonna leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and all that. If this is your first time checking out this show, please go hit that like button down below if you're enjoying the discussion and enjoying the chat, of course, down below. Definitely hit that like button, of course. And also, of course, if this is your first time checking out this show and have not done this yet, please go and crush that subscribe button. That would really mean a lot. We do this show Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I also do an evening show at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please be sure to tune in, be a part of the conversation. You know, we really appreciate it. Anyway, we got some more conversation to talk about. Some more interesting stuff. Which one do you want to go into first, Jack?
I mean, we could talk about this. The last thing you just mentioned about Pence. I just looked that up.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Something about this is something very interesting. I'm going to just read the title, throw it to you. So apparently, Mike Pence, Vice President Michael Pence, has been told to be on standby to assume powers during Trump's abrupt Walter Reed visit. This is something that's very interesting. Jack's got the story. Speak on it, bruh.
This was back in like November of 2019. So this was last year when, and I think everybody kind of remembers that, where Trump all of a sudden was at the hospital and people were like wondering what was going on. And he was just saying it's for an annual checkup and this and that.
Right.
But there's things around the West Wing they were all talking about and prepping Pence to say, hey, if he has to go in here and undertake a surgery for what's going on with him, and he has to be anesthesized. How do you say that word? Anesthetic or put under?
Yeah.
And he, if he had to be put under, then Pence would have to take over as president during that time, like a temporary president position, I guess.
Yeah. He's president for like a few hours.
Yeah. and that's kind of interesting to think about. That what was going on with him that would have knocked him out for surgery. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
I'd
I
wondered
thought
the
it was
same
an annual
thing.
visit. That's the same thing. They don't really divulge any other information about it. So they don't say why he was actually there and what was being done. It was just annual visit, normal lab tests. So yeah, but that's just one of those small things. Anesthesia. There we go.
Very interesting.
So it's but I guess as vice president, those are probably like the most exciting like days of your life, right? Like, oh wait, what? I got to be ready.
Wait,
what?
what?
You're gonna put me in, coach?
Yeah. It's like, wait, okay, so I get to be president for a few hours. This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Get to take the driver's seat for a little while. You know what I mean? So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see what's going on with that, because there has been something that's been trending on Twitter, basically called Trump stroke, because I guess he was speaking at something. He was doing some press briefing or something like that, and when he was talking, he was slurring all of his words. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what's going on for real. It's definitely interesting. Actually, let me pull it up. You guys should see this. Why not? Why not?
3 days ago, Trump arrives back in New Hampshire. There's a slip up, and people are saying he had a stroke. Interesting.
Yeah. This is a video. Hold on. No, that's not it. Here it is. Hold on 1 second. Turn you down. This might get loud. We should all take a listen to this. This is interesting. But I got my own personal opinion about it. Here we go. Take a look. Oh, come on.
Let us rethink old assumptions and open our hearts and minds to possible and possibilities. And finally, I ask the leaders of the region, political and religious, Israeli and Palestinian, Jewish and Christian and Muslim, to join us in the noble quest for lasting peace. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Israel. God bless the Palestinians, and God bless the United States. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. So, you heard that. You heard him speak. Okay?
I think his dentures are coming out.
I literally think he had a little bit too much Adderall. His mouth is dry. He needs to drink some water. And yeah, I think his dentures are just kind of his dentures are falling out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This literally what it is. It just sounds like he's just like, you know what I mean? Like, and here it is. I have stumbled on this show so many times. You know how many times he speaks? He speaks a lot. He speaks a lot. I wouldn't say that is I wouldn't say that it's a stroke. I think it was just him probably tired as hell. He talks all the time. There's so much he has to say. You know, Adderall, all the other medication he's probably taking for, even for his ticker, to his whole whatever. There could be side effects for those things. It's called he just needed some water, y'all. You know what I mean? Oh, and see, I was exactly going to say this. Tanuvane said he sounds like jet lag Pascal last night. Absolutely. I was tired as hell, but I still was on. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, we all have our moments. Doesn't mean that he's having a stroke. You know what I'm saying? I just think everybody's like having some wishful thinking going on. I just think it's just been a long day. He had a lot of talking to do, lots of interviews, lots of things to do. Yeah, he just sounds like he needs a good big old glass of water. So he can drink it like this. He does this. I don't know how he does the thing that he does. It's very weird. It's very weird. But yeah, he just needs a drink of water. That's all. You think otherwise, Jack?
I mean, I don't know. He's getting up there in age. I mean, Yeah, he could be tired.
I think he's just tired.
But like, if he, he had those trouble going down that ramp that other time, like,
Because he's
there's
old.
just-
Like, he
I know.
old, bruh. He old, man. He old. Of course he's going to sound like, of course he's going to slur some more. You know what I'm saying? He old.
Yeah.
He got dentures. He old. You know what I'm saying? He old. Come on.
Yeah.
Him old, man. Oh.
It could be a basic slip up.
Word.
That's true. It literally could be. I could see that being like, if he has dentures, which I just don't know if he does. It's a possibility though.
Oh,
And if he does, like, and it say that whatever that stuff is that holds it to the top of people's mouths, it looks like he's trying to say certain words, and it looks like it's slipping, and I don't know. I think people may be looking into it a little bit more. I'm seeing some notes on here. People are saying that he was dragging his left leg, but everyone likes to jump to conclusions, so. Is he out and about and talking? And I don't see his face, like slumping, or like if he had a stroke,
Right.
it wasn't a big one,
That's true.
So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Think about it.
I don't wish anything ill upon him. Of
course not.
I don't want anyone to have to go, living life after having a stroke. I mean, that's definitely.
It's not fun.
It's not fun at all. I mean, that's that's life changing after you have a stroke, because your quality of life drastically starts to decrease, especially if you can't eat or drink or like a normal anymore.
Yeah.
And he's got a team of medical people around him all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think that he would like to have anyone know that if he did have a stroke, and I don't think that he'd put himself in a position to be seen that way, because that would be seen as weakness.
Right.
And so I don't think he had a stroke. I think it's like you're saying, he's either tired, the palate going
Just
out,
tired.
something.
I'm,
maybe too much Adderall.
I
something.
literally think it's the medication. It's a combination of medication, probably just hella dehydrated. He needed some water, probably the dentures, probably not. But there's a lot of things you can put into consideration in regards to why he was slurring. But at the same time, there's so many things. I mean, there's so many variations, or there's so many variables that could have been in play at that situation. I don't think it's a stroke. Although I don't know why he's going under the knife or going under anesthesia. I don't know why, but at the same time, shoot, he is in his 70s. As Shaniqua said, he in 70s. All right? He in his 70s. Real talk. So
I'm watching the video of him walking up to the podium. He looks like he's just walking fine. Like, I don't, unless if he had one while he was in front of the podium, which I don't think that occurred.
We've seen weirder things happen, though. We've seen weirder things happen, you know. But I think he's fine. It'll be. I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happens. Obviously, if he's going under the knife here soon, I guess something's up. Something's obviously up, but I don't think it's a stroke. So you know what I mean. Everybody has their moments. Shoot, I just got off of a plane with no sleep, barely any sleep, and was on the mic trying to have a conversation. And I had so much trouble, you know what I mean? Trying to talk, and I am not 70 years old. I am not in my 70s. So it happens. It happens. Sometimes you're doing so much stuff. You're talking so much. You just forget where you are. Those things do happen. You can have a Biden moment. You can definitely have a Biden moment. But then I've seen, with strokes, it's bad. I've seen strokes where, I had a friend of the family. His dad had a stroke, and he completely forgot how to speak English. Literally, fellow Haitian family member, or family friend, and obviously his second language was English. He had to relearn English all over again from the stroke. He lost his ability to speak English. He had to relearn it all over again. That's crazy. That's crazy. Strokes are no joke.
Yeah.
But there are also minor, small strokes you can have too. You know, not all strokes are just debilitating all the way. You can literally have a minor stroke without even knowing that you had it. You know, so that's a very good possibility. It's a possibility, you know what I mean? But he, like I said, and like I'm seeing on some of the comments down below, like, hey, I'm not a Trump supporter, but you know, by any means, but at the same time, he looks fine to me. He'll be fine, you know. And I think earlier that day, if I'm correct, he had an interview with Laura Ingraham, and this was very interesting because they were talking about the police, the shootings that have happened as of late, and he had a very interesting analogy that I want everybody to see for yourselves, and we're going to talk about this here very shortly. But what's funny is see what Laura Ingraham does while he's trying to use this analogy. It's fascinating. Check this out.
And it becomes a story for weeks.
St. Louis African-American police officer shot in the head and killed
Dorn.
last night. He's another African-American
that's true.
Just killed yesterday.
That's true. Yeah.
That's
true.
It's more dangerous to be a police officer today, do you not think, than it has been in
the
a
police
long time?
Are under siege because of things. They can do 10,000 great acts, which is what they do, and one bad apple or a choker. You know, a choker. They choke. Shooting the guy in the back many times. I mean, couldn't you have done something different? Couldn't you have wrestled? You know, I mean, in the meantime, he might have been going for a weapon, and, you know, there's a whole big thing there. But they choke. Just like in a golf tournament, they miss a 3-foot.
You're not comparing it to golf because, of course, that's what the media.
I'm saying people choke.
People panic.
Choke.
Yeah.
And people are bad people. You have both. You have some bad people, and they choke.
Interesting, right? Wouldn't you think? Interesting. He compared golfers missing putts, or he compared police officers shooting the police shootings to golfers missing putts.
You know, it's a bad decision in a critical moment.
He choked. He choked. He just choked. It's all good. He just choked. Because at first when he said choker, I was like, oh no. He better not be, oh my God. He better not be trying to refer to George Floyd to what's his face now? Now I'm forgetting his name. I feel like a jerk. But the cop that was kneeling. Again, Chauvin, right? Derek Chauvin. Thank you. Derek Chauvin, right? I was like, I hope he's not comparing him and calling him a choker. You know what I'm saying? But then he went on to this analogy about playing golf. And did you see how quick she came swooping in? You see how quick she swooped in? Like, whoa, be careful because the media is going to sit there and, the mainstream media is going to take that and run with it. You know, she jumped in trying to save his ass. Seriously. Laura Ingraham flew in like Captain Save-A-Ho, trying to be like, whoa, wait a second. No. Hold up. Time out. Bruh. No. You don't mean it like that. You don't mean it like that. You don't mean the golfing thing, right? You just mean like, okay. Because mainstream media is going to just take this and just run with it. Bruh. I'm sorry. What? This is America, y'all. We are in this wonderful world. Now, here's the thing, though. I give him mad props, though. I do give him mad props, though. Because he did say something that I've said. So I do appreciate him saying, couldn't the cops have done something else when it came to the Jacob Blake shooting? He said, could they have done something different? He did say that. Yeah. At least he's not sitting there in that interview. Like, I'm just trying to take one good thing out of that little 1 minute thing that we just saw. or 1 minute clip that we saw, because obviously it's a much longer interview. And I suggest that you go and check it out. But at the same time, I'm trying to take one little thing. I'm just going to pick one piece, one positive thing out of it. And it seems like at least he's thinking in an open way. He's keeping his mind open and at least saying, because I was expecting him to go, those cops did exactly what they needed to do. They didn't do anything wrong. They were perfect. Of course, that's what what mainstream media would like to paint him up as. But he didn't do that. He's like, okay, they do these things. As he said, there's some really great cops out there, but there's some bad apples out there as well. And then there's guys who just make really stupid mistakes. And that's true too. There are stupid mistakes out there. Not everybody's perfect. Then he just takes it to another, he just, ventures off a little left. He takes a little tiny, right turn, since we're talking about Trump. Little small right turn. And it goes, and he tries to compare it to golf. Choking during golf. I wouldn't say it's the best analogy. He was doing good in the very beginning, though. I give him props. Then he went, no, you're going off course. No, come on. You can see Laura Ingram's trying to steer the, turn the boat back around, back on course. You know what I'm saying? Trying to correct his mistake. But, that is not the best analogy, I think, is not the best analogy to use when it comes to cop killings and police shootings that have been going on throughout the entire country.
Right. Especially for someone that's already picked on for playing golf.
Facts. When they already call him Pele for cheating at golf.
Yeah. Well, when you own the course, you make your rules, That's,
man. I ain't making somebody who shot your video just said Trump is no good racist. Stop making excuses for that guy. I'm not making excuses for the guy. I'm just pulling something out of there that I was surprised about. Aside from the comparison to golf, which was not a great analogy at all. Terrible analogy. Terrible. But I was surprised that he answered the way he did. Now, obviously, he is in the middle of his campaign, so he's going to say as much as he can to sound good, I think. Because, yeah. I'll just leave it there. Not trying to support nobody. And MB, what, Trump cheats? LOL. That's hilarious. There's a book, and there's a whole thing about how he plays golf. And apparently, people on the golf course will call him Pele because he likes to kick. He'll just kick his ball, back on course, or he'll cheat. He cheats so he can get, so he can start winning again. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. So anyway, not the greatest thing to say in that particular moment, I don't think, And then the other thing is that there was something else that he talked about during another press briefing in regards to it's in regards to the Kyle Rittenhouse situation, and there was a question asked, and I'm going to show you guys that video too. Might as well. Hold on one second. Take a look at this.
Mr. President. Are you going to condemn the action? It was a supporter of yours, Mr. President, who killed someone that is accused of killing two people. It's a supporter of yours.
Are you going to condemn the actions of vigilantes like Kyle Rittenhouse?
We're looking at all of it. That was an interesting situation. You saw the same tape as I saw. And he was trying to get away from them, I guess, it looks like. And he fell. And then they very violently attacked him. And it was something that we're looking at right now, and it's under investigation. But I guess he was in very big trouble. He would have been. He probably would have been killed. But it's under investigation.
Do you think private citizens should be taking gun?
I'd like to see law enforcement take care of everything. I think everything should be taken care of law enforcement. But again, we have to give our cops back, our police back, their dignity, the respect. They're very talented people. They're strong.
Interesting. So. Jack.
I mean,
what do you make of that whole situation?
That's an interesting thing because again, we don't know what it started. We watched all that whole breakdown, did that thing where we were following from all the different angles and the views and stuff, and we don't see. Kyle was running away from the guy that he ended up shooting in the head because people had those long bars and everything else in their hands and stuff.
Yeah.
But so I don't know what happened prior to that, getting to that point in the video. If he started the altercation or if the other people did, or if he was, because he was at that point he was away from that auto dealership and heading towards it, and he was away from the gas station. So there was something else going down the street, and whether he was trying to stop people from breaking into another business and then got chased off, we don't know, and so. When he gets to that point of shooting people, and if I'm sure that they're watching more than one video, right, than just that one where it's in the street. I'm sure that Trump's had been at least shown the other parts or told about the other videos that are out there.
Yeah.
So, the attorney for Kyle is also saying it was all self-defense. It is a messed up situation.
Yeah.
Was it self-defense? I imagine, when he was down on the ground and people were coming after him and stuff, that he felt like he was doing self-defense. That's for sure. When he shot the other guy in the head because he was being chased and there's a group of things, I don't think that he knew what was being thrown at him.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought that something else was, not just an empty or a bag of trash. I don't know if there was something else that he thought that was, a more, if something was going to blow up on him or set him on fire, or, if he was being, if a brick was going to be thrown at his face next, Yeah. And so it's it's a pretty, I don't know, it's a messed up situation overall. A clash between protesters, obviously, and are two different sides. But for the president to, I think that he was very diplomatic, actually, in the way they responded, saying it's under investigation.
Yeah.
It's under investigation.
No,
he didn't praise him. He didn't
No.
It was so.
He literally just what he said was extremely diplomatic. I mean, obviously, right now he is trying to. Let's keep it real. He's in his election campaign right now. He's got to sound good. He's doing as much as he can. If you notice his change, his approach to how he speaks now has been a little bit different. It's a little bit more, he's trying to be a little bit more diplomatic instead of so, this is what's going on and this is why and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So his answer was very interesting to me. Very not normal, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Not normal for him. Let's just say that. But then at the same time, I don't know. It's the turn of events that happened, which ended up finding out that the man who was shot in the head was actually shot 3 other times before that as well. So he was shot 4 times. There was other bullet wounds on him. So he was grazed in the head. He was actually not shot directly in the head. He was grazed. The bullet grazed his head. So it's a very interesting turn of events. I don't understand why they're calling him, why they're calling Kyle Rittenhouse a vigilante. I don't think he is. That's my personal opinion. Now I'm, of course I've been looking at some things as well. Like I said last night, I was going to be looking into the stuff as much as I can. And from my understanding, it has been said that Kyle Rittenhouse, there was a dumpster. They were literally trying to start the protesters were trying to start a dumpster fire, and Kyle had a fire extinguisher, ran up and put the fire out, which angered the group. That's why, I mean, I guess, and that's where it started. That's when the chase started, with the bag being thrown at him, and that gentleman who was screaming the N-word at him, which was very interesting, got shot. From my understanding, it was 4, but I'm seeing from Who Shot Your video, he's saying he shot the man 5 times.
And I don't know. Again, we were looking at that. Remember the other guy that was there, blocking off the auto place? Like, he was behind him, and I think that he shot off some time. Because if you hear multiple shots going off.
There's multiple shots going on. Yeah.
But the whole time, Kyle is like kind of running away, and it's running around the car where the other guy's standing, 8 feet back, and he had a gun with him too. So I don't know if Kyle ended up being the one that actually killed that guy. He might have shot and it might have grazed his head. But I don't know if he was the one that, if it was his bullets that killed him. Like, they would obviously have to do an autopsy and show, oh yeah, we have this caliber of ammunition, and it goes to his gun, and this one goes to his handgun, and but that's
it's crazy.
It's crazy. That's
that whole break, and we did a breakdown before I left, which was a very fascinating breakdown, and without you guys we couldn't have done it. So thank you so much for that, because we have some real sleuths out there. They were able to come out, and y'all were able to come out and give me links and all that. But that was a very wild situation. Now, here it is. I don't think Kyle was screaming I don't think he was screaming out any racial slurs at all. There were people that were yelling at him, calling him the N-word. There was not obviously the man who got shot. I don't remember his name. They do have the man's name, which is also very interesting. His background, he had a very interesting criminal record. Sex offending. He was a sex offender. He was in prison 2 times, I think, if I'm correct. And while he was in prison, he had over 40 violations while he was in prison of multiple things. So the guy was a SD or a ish disturber, for sure. But he was the one that was screaming at him, calling him the N-word from the videos and from what I've gathered. But like I said, it's still a developing story, of course, as we go. We're still learning all this stuff as we're watching everything that's going down, which is, like I said, just absolutely wild. Then the kid is 17 years old. Regardless, he's 17 years old. He has a record as well. There is a video of him. Now, this is the thing. This is the one thing that I'm still trying to figure out. But there's a video of him beating the crap out of a 17-year-old girl in the middle of 17-year-old white girl, by the way, in the middle of a parking lot. He's got his American flag, red, white, and blue Crocs on, and he and a couple other people are beating the crap out of this girl, literally. For what reason? Don't know. This is all just a surveillance video of him doing this thing. Now, from my understanding, and of course, this is me just, piecing things together. The AR-15 was his family's AR-15. Like, it was owned by somebody in his family. I don't know if it's his father's gun or if it was his mother's gun. But here's the thing that's really jacked up. Mama drove him across state lines with that gun, knowing that he was going to be over there to help people out, to help the rest of that group protect whatever. Real talk. Mama drove him. And then also the other thing is like, how would you be able to do that, right? How would you be able to get away with, like, say you're going, I'm just doing a sleepover, Mom, with me and my buddies. We're just going to play video games and nothing. Your mom's not going to sit there and go, what's up with this extremely large bag? What's in the bag? Or What's in that carrying case? Because clearly it looks like something that you would hold a gun in. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you could just sneak out with that AR-15 without somebody not noticing you walking out with a weapon. That's ridiculous. So Mama knew. Mama drove cross state lines with him and AR-15 so he can go and get him some. So he can be his own little Punisher, if you will. His own little Frank Castle up in this piece. That don't make sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. He clearly was out there looking for action. He wanted to be a superhero. That's what it was. He wanted to go and do his thing.
Maybe he just wanted to be a patriot.
Or a patriot.
And that's what his family has raised him to think.
Don't get me started with that. Why? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I understand y'all, like, wherever you stand on this situation, why would you want to do a GoFundMe thing for a kid who you're bringing AR-15 to riots? You clearly are looking to use it. That's it. You're clearly looking to use it. Period. Period. Secondhand biker, he did not, from my understanding, he did not work at the car lot. He was just there with those guys protecting that car lot. Then they were trying to protect the gas station because a lot of people started to congregate at the gas station. And then there was a lot of, like, you know, you had Antifa and you had those armed men, the lack of a better term, militia there that he was a part of, that were spouting out words at each other, getting in each other's faces. There was a lot of tension in that gas station. But then, yeah, the Antifa tried to, you know, start a dumpster fire, literally start a dumpster fire. Not saying that to be funny, literally a dumpster fire. Kyle put that out. That got people very angry. And then all hell broke loose. That's when bullets started flying.
He was a police youth. Like, he was part of the complete youth program.
So in other words, like a cadet kind of thing?
Yeah, basically. And then he's got Blue Lives Matter stuff all over all of his social media things.
Of course.
So maybe he did think that he was a patriot because he was trained, you know, by police. That's why he's trying to be so friendly with them on the grounds, and probably had on some kind of like cadet badge somewhere that shows that he was, you know, part of that program or something.
Crazy.
Because they were really friendly with those one groups, you know.
Yeah. You know, to me, it just doesn't. I piece it together, and I've looked at it in so many different ways, and I've tried to say, hey, you know, maybe this angle, maybe that angle. Let me see what's going on with this angle. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. And all lines, all roads go back to what I feel, and what happened is not right. That was a young ass kid that should not have been where there was no reason for that kid to be where he was. None. There was no reason for him to be there. At all. And I blame his parents too. I don't give a damn. I blame his parents. For sure. You got mama driving your ass. You know what I'm saying? He's getting out the car. Imagine this. They're pulling up to Kenosha. You know? He's pulling out, like, you know, he's getting out of the car. He's pulling out the case that's holding the AR-15, if even that. Maybe it was a straight up already put together, assembled, sitting in the back seat of the car. And mom goes, oh, honey, hold on. What? Mom, what? Stomps back to the car. You forgot your sack lunch. Love you, honey. Have a good day. Can you imagine that? Kisses. Mom. They're watching. Can you imagine that? Bruh. Bye. You know what I'm saying? Mama,
Go get him, son.
Mama, you going to jail. Papa probably going to get something too. That shouldn't be happening. Now, here it is. He probably won't get first-degree homicide. What was it? First-degree... I forgot what was the charge was, guys. Help me out.
He's gotten several different
Well, there
things.
has been several ones, but the main one, the kicker, is like the main one. I forgot what it was.
Let's see.
That's going to drive me nuts.
I'm trying to see what he was charged with.
He had like 14 counts, if I'm correct. I think it's 14 counts. Something along the lines of that.
It's pulling up here.
Yeah, you good.
2 counts of first-degree homicide and 1 count of attempted homicide. I think those are the big ones. He
Those
also
are the big ones.
has charges of recklessly endangering the safety of 2 other victims and possessing a weapon while under the age of 18.
So 5?
It looks like it.
5. I said 14. My bad. So then 5. 5. So what was the first one? What was the main one? The kicker?
The two big ones is the 2 counts of first-degree homicide and then 1 count of attempted homicide.
So I was right. First-degree homicide. So that's what's so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see why one kid would go feel the need to take a 17-year-old kid, take a AR-15 and take it cross state lines to use it at some riots. If you're going to go and do that, clearly you are wearing that because you're ready to use it. You're not wearing that without a clip in it just to show it. You're using it obviously to protect yourself, obviously, but obviously you're looking to get you some. You're looking to fire a few rounds off. Clearly.
So there's probably, if he's on Facebook and a whole bunch of groups and stuff, he didn't just show up to this area by himself. He didn't say, "Hey mom, can you come drop me off in the middle of all this real quick, please?" Like, there must have been a call to, "Hey, we need people to come and support the local businesses." I want to know where the group is.
Facts.
That called him out, or kind of the invitation. Where's that call to action coming from? Like, what group was he following? Or because I don't believe a 17-year-old on his own was going to go, "I'm going out to protect an auto body shop." This has got to be from a bigger group that he follows and is part of.
That's true.
That is saying, "Come here. We need people stationed here. We need people stationed here."
It makes you wonder. No, seriously, it makes you wonder where it all came from. What chat room? What Facebook group page? You know what I'm saying? Where is it coming from? What Twitter account? I mean, it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's part of some sort of like gun associated type of page, and they're like, "Hey, we're tired of all this madness that's going on over in Kenosha. We're gonna go and protect those businesses. Let's get together. Let's rally together and stop this craziness," which is a good possibility. But like I said, there's no reason for the shootings that did go down. Period. But what I find very interesting is most likely they're gonna the charges that he's got are going to get dropped down. Of course. I don't think he's going to get first-degree homicide. Not at all. I don't think he's going to get that at all. At all. Because here's the thing. The autopsy shows on the guy who was shot in the head or grazed. He got that bullet grazed in the head. There was a bullet wound in his back. So if he was running at him, right, and he shoots multiple times, how would one go in his back if he's running forward?
From Kyle? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, from Kyle. I'm saying Kyle.
The guy that got shot in the head?
The man who got shot in the head.
It's from that other guy, I'm telling you.
It's got to be from the other guy.
Even in the video, you see him standing over there with his handgun pointing at him. And then he takes his shirt off to go over and wrap it around because he saw he got a head wound.
Yeah. You know, that's interesting. It's very, very interesting. And of course, you know, the plot is obviously thickening. You know, it's almost like the who shot JFK, you know, like these magic bullets and all that stuff that are coming out of nowhere. So, you know, we're obviously, as things develop, we're going to, you know, dive into it as much as we can. But I just saw something Enemy Nation just said then that's kind of funny. He said, I wonder how often Pascal has to shave his head. My wife wants me to go bald now. That's hilarious. You know, I do it once a week, to be really honest. No, my bad. No, every 3-4 days. Every 3-4 days. So there you go. There you go.
Is there a brand of razor that you use?
I just use clippers, bruh. I can't use a blade. If I do a blade, I get razor bumps like crazy, and it's a nightmare. So I got to use clippers. So
is that a Braun or is it a Remington? What do you got over there that you're working with?
I just use a T outliner razor.
Is there a brand of a clipper that you use?
I do. I just don't. Literally, it's T outliner. Literally, it's like T outliner. It is literally the barber. It is the barber shop grade professional clippers that I use, and that's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look at this big tip came through.
What?
Is that Lyra? What?
Big fan of your conversation. Wait, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. Tajaswi says, big fan of your conversations, but I honestly feel protesters need to change strategy. It is not working, and we are losing messaging. We are losing messaging war. So we are not able to.
It's $4.11.
Hey, I'll take that.
Yeah, but that's I was looking up the.
Let me finish the comment. Let me finish the comment. Let me read the comment, bruh. Okay. We are losing messaging war. We are not able to talk policy because of violence from two sides. Thank you so much to Jaswi. Thank you so much. Oh, please comment down below where you are commenting from and where you're watching the show from, because I'd really like to know too. What is the money, or what is the dollar?
It's it's the Indian rupee.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
India in the house. What's up? Oh, well, hopefully. I mean, you never know. He might be watching from somewhere else, but I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, we always appreciate that. Thank you. Keeps the wheels turning, if you will. But straight up. I
was like, dang, $300? Then I did conversion rate.
Yeah, man.
It's still good though.
Hey, man, I'll take it.
I like it. Thank you.
300 rupees.
Yeah.
I'll take that. You know what I mean?
It'd be awesome to get tipped in every different currency.
We've been tipped by the Australian dollar. Now we've been tipped by the Indian dollar,
the U.S. dollar,
and the U.S. dollar. So we're moving on up. You know what I'm saying? From India.
Down. How many more? 170 more versions of currency to go.
Yeah, it's soon enough. You know, give it time, baby. Give it time. We taking over the world, baby. Yeah. But to Joshua, thank you so much, and welcome to the Pascal Show. And I appreciate you watching the show all the way from India. And I agree with what you were saying there. I think that we are in a world now where there's nothing but violence that's going on. And we really do need to start sitting down and talking about peace. We need to bring peace to our conversations now. Everyone that's getting shot, killed, whatnot, this is not how we need to have, this is not what we need to have happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a 2-hour Biden show or a 2-hour Trump show would agree to that for sure. I think that we're in that place right now that we all need to start talking, and we need to start finding peace. But it's not going to happen until we actually start doing that. We got to make that decision. Unfortunately, we're not there right now. I want it to be there. Trust and believe. Because I'm tired of it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing all this stuff that's going on. Real talk. A 17-year-old kid should not be running around with an AR-15 shooting people. And I would say the same thing if it was a 40-year-old man running around with an AR-15 shooting people. You know what I'm saying? Nino, thank you so much for the $5 Canadian dollar.
Hey, I think that's worth more than the U.S. dollar, right?
Canada. I don't know. You tell me. Google.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
$5. I think that's.
We out here. Give us the monies. Give us monies. No, I'm just kidding. Secured bags, baby. You know what I'm saying?
$3.83.
$3.83.
Opposite conversion way. Hey.
Hey, I'll take it.
Go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the love and the help and the respect and the tips. We always love it. Always, man. Always. Okay. Yeah. Shaniqua, who's been with us since one of the day ones, actually. She's day one. She A1 day one. You know what I'm saying? We getting worldwide, girl. You know what I mean? All the way from San Francisco, all the way from the Bay Area, Shaniqua. We got people from India watching our show now. Canada. You know what I'm saying? Nino is in Canada. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I really do. I really, really do. You know?
We can get Pascal a new razor. So it doesn't leave bumps for him.
I just bought a new one. Clippers. But like I said, for me, that's what I'm saying. That works for me better. When I do straight razor, I have crazy razor burn and razor bumps, I'm sorry, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So that just works for me, unfortunately. You know what I mean? You guys have you guys are international superstars. You know, we working on it. We working on it, baby. Superstar. Yeah. Oh, don't ever do that again.
What was her name?
Don't ever do that again.
From Saturday Night Live or from Mad TV or something? Superstar. What was that girl's name?
SNL. And
SNL.
She'd say, I'm really nervous, and start saying my stuff like this, and yeah. Nair on the dome. Here's the thing. I can't do that close of a shave. Like I said, whenever I do a close shave, I got very coarse hair. You know what I mean? So it's very curly and very thick, I guess. For lack thereof, obviously it's very thin up there. But whenever I do that, back of the head, seriously, will just literally bump up, and it's annoying. So no Nair. That's too close. That's too close as well. You know what I mean?
Nair on my back one time, man, the hair came off.
Oh, yeah.
But then the acne started coming out from Nair on my back for whatever reason.
Yep.
Backney. See
what I'm saying? You don't need that backney, bruh.
No thanks.
You know what I mean? That's not
cool.
cool.
Left it on too long.
Tajaswi said, you should edit these long conversations into shorter clips like JR or like the Joe Rogan clips or the Brilliant Idiot clips. So the thing is, I do already do that. Not all the pieces that we talk about on the show, but I do put out clips like in about an hour or two after this show, because we need to start wrapping up the show anyway. I will be putting out a clip from like the main top story that we talked about today, about the man, BWB, biking while black. You know what I'm saying? So I actually do end up doing that. And then of course, to Joswy, I do pop-up videos, which hopefully I'll be putting one out a little bit later on today. And then, of course, I'm going to be on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. I am actually looking for an editor. I'm just going to say that out loud. I am looking for somebody who can actually cut these things for me so that I can have some time to breathe. The content is amazing. The stuff that we're doing is amazing, but there's so much going on, and I'm doing so many videos at the same time. It is hard to even take a breath of fresh air. So I am definitely looking for an editor right now. So I'm going to throw that and put that out into the ether. Hopefully somebody out there will be like, oh yeah, I'm a brilliant such and such. You know what I mean? I'm always looking for somebody who is brilliant and amazing at editing as well. So let me know. Let me know. That would be amazing.
Hey.
What's up? What did he say?
He just responded, or she or he, I'm not quite sure, responded.
Oh, wow.
They're an editor, 6 years experience.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Well, to Josui, hit me up at info@thepascalshow. Info@thepascalshow. If you have a reel or something like that with your editing experience, please send that to me. I'd love to check out some of your work, and we can rap. I'm always looking for somebody. I'm always looking for help. You know what I mean?
Pascal, I got some breaking news.
Oh man, there's more.
Well, this is something a little different.
Okay.
52 black ex-franchisees are suing McDonald's in a racial discrimination case.
Bruh, what?
And they're seeking more than $1 billion in damages. They said that they were forced to close or sell more than 200 McDonald's locations because of systemic and covert racial discrimination. One franchisee in the complaint described acquiring McDonald's locations as a black franchisee as a financial suicide mission. Based upon our review, we disagree with the claims in this lawsuit, and we intend to strongly defend it. McDonald's CEO Chris Kempczynski said in a video message on Tuesday morning.
Kempczynski, that you just trust me, I would have destroyed that.
That's a lot of consonants that are put together without a vowel in the middle of them. So it's like, let's see here. But that's pretty interesting. The complaint says that there are only 186 black McDonald's franchisees, down from 377 in 1998.
Damn.
Yeah. Average compensatory damages they're looking for are $4 to $5 million per store, which is over $1 billion in collective damages.
Wait. So let me get this right. So they're saying that they were forced to shut down. They were forced to close their businesses by the franchise, by the actual heads of the franchise. They went to these other franchisees and said, hey, cut it. Shut it down. But what's the numbers? You know what I mean? Like, how much were they making? Like, I can understand them, a franchisor like McDonald's sitting there going, hey, hey, fellow franchisee, it's not working in this area. We built it. It's here, but it's not making any money. It's not making any money. We need to cut it down. In this neighborhood, we need to take it out. So that would make sense. I can understand a franchisor sitting there saying, like McDonald's sitting there going, there's nothing, it's not printing money. And this should be easy money because it's McDonald's, for crying out loud. Everybody and the mama loves McDonald's. Shoot, it's crack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They are saying that they are, where the national average of McDonald's is $2.7 million from 2011 to 2016 and $2.9 million in 2019. The plaintiffs are saying that at all their locations that they are approximately $700,000 less in sales. And they're saying that these differences are statistically significant and are the result of defendants' racial bias and barriers within the McDonald's franchise system. So, yeah. They're saying they covertly restricts black franchisees to owning locations predicted to bring in less money. The black franchisees say they were offered only opportunities to own older stores in primarily black neighborhoods. These locations tend to have higher insurance and security costs while bringing in less revenue. They say they exclude black franchisees from growth opportunities while offering new white franchisees the opportunity to buy newer, more desirable locations.
Interesting.
They're enforcing harsher renovation and rebuilding requirements on locations owned by black franchisees than white franchisees. And they deploy targeted, rigorous, and unreasonable inspections, forcing black franchisees out of the business when they receive poor grades. And then they also force black franchisees to sell stores at a loss by controlling which franchisees are presented on qualified buyers. Or as qualified buyers.
Damn. Okay. Let's put something in consideration. Let's say, obviously, the black owners, right, the franchisees are obviously, I would assume. Okay, this is all assumption, but they would be taking it and bringing it into black communities, right? So if you're moving and putting your McDonald's in let's just say a black community that has high crime, yes, there would be some needed security. Of course. What else is new? If it's in a bad neighborhood, you're bringing a McDonald's into a bad neighborhood, of course they're going to need higher security. Higher security demands. Let's just say that. Of course. But you're telling me that the black community doesn't enjoy McDonald's? They don't consume it? They're not buying that stuff? Of course they are. We all eat it, don't we?
But they're saying that they are only being given the opportunities in those certain neighborhoods. So that if a brand new development went up in a rich neighborhood, the black franchisee would not be given the opportunity to buy that location.
Interesting. And that's not fair either. Because here's the thing. That person, whoever that person is, whether white, black, Puerto Rican, or Asian, right, decides, hey, I want to go and I want to own a McDonald's in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm just trying to think of like a rich white area. All right. And that place is rich and very white. So, and they're sitting there going, no, franchisee, sorry. We can't give that one to you, but we'll give it to Scott Smith over here. That doesn't that's unfair. That doesn't make any sense. If he got the monies,
right?
If he got the bags, why can't he go to said person and say, hey, here are the bags. I want mine right here in Scottsdale, Arizona, right next to this First Center. Right next to this First store. Boom. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't make any sense. Whoever's owning it, doesn't matter what race they are as long as they run it right. That's what should be going down. That's how it should be done. Yes? No? Maybe? What do you think? Comment down below, guys.
Yeah. I know that Carla Higgins, she doesn't care who owns it. She just wants to make sure the McRib is there.
She just wants that McRib, man. It don't matter the race. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter what come on. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter the race, the facts. Shouldn't matter the race. As long as they keep the product on point, which is greased up, deep fried, everything. What else is new? It's microwave stuff. Come on, guys. Still delicious as hell. But at the same time, come on now. It's crack. All you're doing is selling crack to make sure the crack is good. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, guys.
If you got some time, look up how McDonald's chooses their fries and the potatoes for their fries and the amount of undue burden that it puts on potato farmers and the amount of wasted food that is produced because things are not perfection.
Shoot, I need to look that up because that's some wild stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, the amount of crap that's being, like I said, I've seen Super Size Me. You guys need to check that out. If you haven't done it, it's old school as hell, but you got to check it out. Dude goes for a whole month eating nothing, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, even snacks, is just nothing but McDonald's for 30 days. And I'm telling you, it's disgusting. But at the same time, still delicious. Every once in a while, still delicious, So, anyway, we got to get going, guys. I mean, we've definitely gone over the limit, but the thing is, hey, when you get good conversations going, it's important. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't done it yet, like I always say, hit that like button down below. Please, please, please. Donald Freeman, love the show. Pascal, always great conversation. Thank you so much, Donald. I really, really appreciate it. Definitely before we take off, definitely comment down below, Donald, where you are commenting from, because I think you're new. I think that's the first time I've ever seen your name in the chats. And so shout out to everybody from India, Australia, Canada, and the U.S. I appreciate everybody who's coming in commenting and being a part of the conversation today. It really means a lot. Hopefully I'll have a pop-up video a little bit later on today, this afternoon. And then I will definitely be on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. I'll be on at 7 p.m. Hopefully nothing goes crazy in between these times. I really hope not. I'm hopeful. Fingers crossed that everything stays normal. Sort of. I just don't need any more people dying. Come on, y'all. We need to stop dying just for 5 seconds. You know, let's take a breather on the death.
Yeah.
Let's just take a breather on the death.
Take a breather and go get a Wendy's new pretzel bacon pub cheeseburger. Available today.
That's breaking news. Not endorsed. We are not endorsed by Wendy's at all. No. Just so you know. So sounds delicious. Sounds disgusting. Sounds delicious and disgusting at the same damn time. But yes. Anyway. Woo! Great conversation today, guys. It's great to be back. It feels so good to be back. It feels so good to actually have a full night's rest as well. I'm not going to lie. But I will be on a little bit later on this evening, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, I will have a pop-up video here fairly shortly. So be on the lookout for that as well. To Josue, if you're still listening, definitely email me at info@thepascalshow.com and we could chop it up then and all that, because I am definitely looking for an editor. All right. But got to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Hey, take off Ms. Feinberg, I'd really appreciate it if you would close your legs.
Do you find it distracting?
Power, respect. The first of us crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers are trucking for tweakers and losing their circles. Their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. People so feel that they made it. Half of them stumbling abroad and they faded. They live in the world that's degrading for people that's constantly hated.
But you see how he makes these S's in his body right here? That's where he's hanging on, and then he's moving forward with the locomotion of his ribs. That is classic Missouri rat snake right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab him before he gets into a hole. Now, these snakes are not biters. They won't bite as long as you don't squeeze them. If you just stop them like this, it'll freeze them, and then you just gently pull them back. As long as you don't squeeze them, they won't bite.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
Guy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so Sugar Fire.
Yeah.
Fully open, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much open. So you can't sit inside yet. Monday you can sit inside a little bit. We'll have 25% of the tables inside, and then we're letting it rip outside.
So I know that there's a lot of people really concerned about staying safe and all of that.
No,
so what are you guys doing in regards to that?
Well, we have extra people to clean, rub everything down all the time. Everybody inside's wearing masks. And we have little stickers on the ground so everyone can stay 6 feet apart.
Right on.
The tables are all spaced out, inside and outside.
Sugar Fire, open in full effect right now. They're staying healthy, they're staying clean. Go get you a rack of ribs. Sugar Fire, open right now.
Thanks.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.